Hey everybody, this is Chelsea Schaefer.
And Caitlin Gustav.
And this is The Score, the official podcast of the sport of team roping. This is the Team Roping Journal's semi-weekly podcast highlighting the team roping industry's top talents and influencers through stories that inspire and connect ropers. We sit down with ropers from the professional ranks as well as industry icons and producers to delve into topics that make the team roping world tick. This is season 2. It will feature even deeper interviews, storytelling, and issue-based coverage, and we are so excited you're here. Oh, well, when I say that was an interesting round, I can say it in absolute earnest. That is no joke tonight, guys. Welcome to a whole new race.
It's insane.
That was an insane round. Round 9 of the team roping at the 2019 NFR. Was just absolutely blew our minds. We saw, unfortunately, it sucks to talk about the team that went out that makes everything interesting. But Clay Smith and Jade Corkill, they took a no time on their round 9 steer. That dropped them down on the average. That sure changed the race a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, right now we're looking at the what-if standings. And if it were to end tonight, Clay Smith would win the world and Hawk, that's Chase Tryan, would be your champion healer.
Let that sink in. That is pretty crazy.
It's insane.
And it's not crazy because Hawk isn't the most capable guy there is. He works harder than anybody else. It is just, he's a dark horse, definitely, in this race. And then the heading side gets really interesting with Kaleb Driggers having a chance, with Cody Snow having a chance. Chad, it's, there's a lot going on for sure.
There's so much that could happen coming into round 10 that, I mean, it's a wait and see, and we won't know until the final team ropes tomorrow night.
There are people who are better at mathematics than me that would be able to tell you a whole bunch of different scenarios. I'll try to map some out in our story on teamropingjournal.com, but it is so stupid to try to do that because holy cow, so much could happen. Especially with guys like Cody Snow. Cody Snow's in the driver's seat in the average. He's going to need to win day money tomorrow no matter what. Third place or above day money to overtake Clay Smith. So does he kind of go for it as far as winning the round, winning the day money to try to win the world? Does he stay and just try to win the average and see how it works?
And I wonder when he's going to draw up tomorrow. Maybe plan out his
run
then.
They'll rope in the order of the world standings going in, or going into the final round. So that means he will rope before Kaleb, before everybody else. So it'll be interesting. So
to wrap up round 9, first obviously was Kaleb and Junior with that 3-6. Second was Chad Masters and Joseph Harrison with a 4 flat. Third was Brenten Hall and Chase Tryan with a 4-4. Fourth was Cody Snow and Wesley Thorpe with a 4-5. Fifth was Tate Kirkichlager and Tyler Worley with a 4-6. And sixth was Riley and Brady Miner with a 4-8. It's, like we said, anyone's ball game tomorrow night. I'm excited
It's going to be really fun to watch. I know, all week we were just kind of saying Clay and Jade were in the driver's seat, the ones to beat. Clay is still in the driver's seat. But really at this point anything can happen, and it's going to make it a very fun round 10.
Definitely.
But before we get to round 10, we got to talk to the round 9 winners. If there's anybody that's better at, going for the day money, there isn't anybody better at going for the day money than Kaleb Driggers and Junior Nogueira. Twice in a row, they've proved that now. We'll talk about it later in the interview. Driggers is the king of round 9, and there's no surprise. So I was glad to see them win tonight, and glad to see Junior survive the victory lap.
Yeah, stay tuned.
All right, guys. Round 9 champs. One of you give me a rundown of what happened in that insane round of team roping. Were you watching? Could you see anything?
No. I watched, but I didn't really pay close enough attention. I know exactly what our game plan was, so I wasn't really paying attention. I was just more or less watching the barrier, kind of seeing what was going on.
That steer was super good. What did you know about how he started? Were you just?
I talked to Riley, and Riley said just let him step first, and I didn't. That was the game plan, was to let him step first, but actually I went right with him and kind of got inside a little bit, and I seen the horn, so I threw.
And that was a junior shot.
I know. I knew we had a great steer, so I really want to make sure I wouldn't push him left, keep him straight, but also I really want to just go around him. So tomorrow he hold his spot good and he want to get inside and I just pick him up just a little bit and then he goes. When he went, and that was perfect, but I kind of get just a little delay, I would say, around him, and I couldn't really see him. Then when he come back, he was leaving, like not
Could
hard,
you
but
see him when you threw?
yeah, when I saw
could?
I couldn't trip a long ways, but like right one before, I was in perfect spot, and then he just went, and I just
Couldn't help yourself.
I just let it go. What else we gonna do? We just let it go.
Kaleb, we talked about this last year, and I don't remember exactly the stat I gave you, but you're like the king of round 9 in all of the history of the NFR.
Yeah, it's not a good king to be.
No, it sucks that you have to do this in round 9 every time.
Exactly. I don't know. I think I've won it maybe 5 times, maybe. I think this might be the 5th time I've won it.
And you've been second in it too a couple times, I think.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember second.
You could have like a whole shelf of round 9
Yeah,
buckles in your
exactly.
house. Junior, you got to tell us about the victory lap.
I know.
Did anybody see that on TV? I wonder.
For sure they did. I bet they did. They're just laughing about our way something. I know, but I just take off. We were happy, and I think he just got spooked with something, and then he never done that, and he really just take off.
Yeah.
And Kaleb started pushing forward, scare him.
He was
Not. But he saw the box, and then he just take off. He tried to go to the box and get out of the box. He thought we were heading that way. But that's all good. We just ended up stopping it. Maybe we need to get another horse, one of the black horses who does victory lap.
Yeah,
Green card is good for the victory lap. He can go all crazy. He just go around and come home. He knows where his style is.
That's awesome, guys. Now we were just sitting here looking at the world standings. We said Hawk would be the world champ on the hillside and Clay Smith. I mean, it's going to be a one-header tomorrow night, so that suits you guys, too.
That's good. That's awesome. Let's give everybody a chance to see. Like we talked about it before. It's like a game or this rodeo or whatever. It's not over until the last one. And we know that 10th round, everything can happen. We've been here a couple of times. And
we've had a lot of weird stuff happen to us that in the past, like you'll get home, like you won't be thinking about it in the moment, but when you get home and you kind of run some numbers or whatever, there's small stuff that you don't think about where if so-and-so ropes 2 feet instead of a leg in this spot, or if, the money's so big, I guess you could say, that, a lot of people win a lot of money, but at the same time, a lot of people dictate who wins the world a lot every year, and you don't ever, like, if you're just sitting there watching, not paying attention, you don't really pay attention to who does what or whatever, but it's happened to us 2 different years that, somebody dropped a leg when we needed them to rope 2 feet, and it's just a small stuff that's always it's always kind of plagued us.
Just had to catch it and miss.
So it's always kind of been.
The way I think.
Marty Yates got him.
Yeah.
So really, it's good for the fans.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, we're not complaining one bit. We're very blessed to be in this opportunity and even get to do this for a living is an awesome job. Just saying that's kind of the crazy. You don't like when you don't think about it, you know what I mean? And then just like tomorrow, you could have a perfect scenario drawn up right now, and it'll change 10 times with the average and the rounds and everything else. I mean, there's 80-something, 90-something thousand to be won tomorrow for first place in both. So you never know. I mean, you never know what's going to happen in several different. Like when Jade won it in 2012, I think we had to have 3 people missing the average, and then we had to win the round, and it just fell, boom, 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 and then it's just weird stuff like that happens in the 10th round that you don't even see coming.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the chances of the 3 guys doing it that has to do it? It's just kind of crazy.
The one thing I was wondering about, just talking to you, we talk about Yahtzee. You're like the king of selling horses in pro rodeo. Is Yahtzee ever going to leave your place at this point? He's come back.
Yeah. If anybody wants him, tell him to call me.
That was a stupid question.
No, he's a good horse, and just like we talked about last night, he's awesome in this setup. You can't hardly beat him. Stuff like this, I ride him a lot at the World Series Opens and stuff in Texas, and he's just good at it. I mean, that's what kind of his take. He doesn't have a lot of speed, top end speed, but he's flat and he lets you do what you want to do.
Very good, guys. Well, maybe see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you later.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. We hope you enjoyed this episode with your round 9 winners, Kaleb and Junior. And remember, we can't thank our Rope Vegas sponsors enough. That's Resist All Hats, CSI Saddle Pads, Soft Ride Equine Comfort Boots, and Fastback Ropes. If you're around town and you see the booths, stop by, say hi, thank them for us, thank them for yourselves. You wouldn't be getting all this content if it wasn't for them backing us all year.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.